arguments. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote the
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're in the second quarter as it's the Bears in control of the football.
Here we go.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now back to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Bears at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
He's got it to the 43 here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Love, screen play, McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Jackson.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Tua Tagovailoa, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. And finally, it's the season's only doubleheader on Monday night. Titans-Bills at 7:15, then Vikings-Eagles at 8:30.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Come on, come on. Hey. Back to 50, back to 50. Hurry, hurry. Go.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe. There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. A 2nd touchdown. These guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up the little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Tucker now for the extra point. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing. Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get down to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go now.
2nd down and 3.
Ready.
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on in.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's Jackson again on the reception. Stops short. Down at the 1.
Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Jackson will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Either way. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Packers offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. That's complete to Lazard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Love. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Love now. Eluding the pressure running. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Love now to pass on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. To throw again on 2nd down. Love. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Chicago, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to...
When the members on and get it going Donkey Kong, they got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car and whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I might kill it.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Davis Mills. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Texans and the Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
First open way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002, there's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mills to throw it. They'll drop this one down to Cohen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. The big story all week, Texans coach Lovie Smith making his return to Chicago. Lovie, of course, the coach of the Bears from 2004 to 2012, and he was at the helm when the Bears won that NFC title in 2006. Wound up 81-63 during his tenure here in the Windy City. Then he would have that pit stop down in Tampa and then come back to the state of Illinois as the head coach of the Fighting Illini in the Big Ten before returning to the National Football League. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 19 carries, 77 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Over the middle, complete. It's Cobb. And he is going to have a Texans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now Mills on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Our first down throw for Mills. And he completes it to Cohen. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter. as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Looking to throw is Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Mills now. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Mills. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And the first possession isn't until the 2nd quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
They'll start here with Jackson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. On play action, they'll throw. And this is incomplete. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a give, it's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd and 4. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On any given pass, but you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this 1st half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up in the Twin Cities. Minnesota hosting Detroit in the NFC North. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. DJ Chark, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Kareem Hunt with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Rashad Bateman. Up near 100.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the give, here comes Jackson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. Here's Mills. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. To try again after the sack. Mills. He gets this one to Mechie. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Hardman to return. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On second down, this is Jackson. And some room to look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. With a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mills. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now at Soldier Field. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On the ground, this is Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And so close, he gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And now they're in the hurry up. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard.
Offside. Defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Mills to throw for it on 4th. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he's got some space here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. Fights through it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Here's Jackson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense set to regain possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Jackson.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Top of you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me. Cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose.
Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it.
Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see the Bears' bruising running back. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Bears and the Giants on EA Sports.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball. Brandon Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
That goes for a gain of 31.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Touchdown! DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. But 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Only took them 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore with a second touchdown. That's all through. And the Bears are off to a 14-0 first quarter lead. And this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll find Hodgins there complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Back to throw now on first down. He's got the connection to Moore. Room here to run. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's going to handle this NFL thing pretty quickly.
3 touchdown passes. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Byington, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Take it in at the 22. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Jamal Williams, 3 touchdown runs. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic. See what's happening over in London. where it was the Saints serving as the home team who were able to come away with the victory. Andy Dalton, as sharp as you can be throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Jones now on 1st and 10. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Barkley inside handoff. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Holding offense.
And now, well, boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 28-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, this is Jackson. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. And that gain of... a new set of downs. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They run on first down with Jackson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Justin Tucker set up the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. That's into a crowd. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Here's Jamie Gillen as he's on to punt for New York. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're going to speed things up here. On the run, this is Jackson. Down inside the 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Now out come the Giants. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other plays.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way to throw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they can run it, and then protect